There is a word for you in this particular message, in this particular section. I want you to see this from the Hebrew cultural perspective of what we're talking about. You see, hospitality, or the setting a table, it's not about being nice if you feel like it. In the Hebrew, in the cultural context, it was a sacred duty. It was a sacred duty to show hospitality, to set a table. You know why? Because we're not naturally inclined to set tables for other people or to cater to them. That is not our natural inclination. I will tell you, generosity is learned. It is learned, and then it is exponentially returned. The kingdom is countercultural. He set a table for you, but he set it in the middle of your enemies. Why? Because he wanted to prove to you that there is peace and divine favor amid conflict. Don't let yourself get stirred up in everything that's going on. If you've not discovered the pattern, and like I've shared before, a lot of my career was involved in psychological operations, psychological warfare. It's messing with your mind. If you've not learned by now that the mainstream media is nothing more than psyops. They spin you up and they let you, and they spin you up, and the goal is to always spin you up in these 24-hour news cycles. And then what do? You lose your peace. I want to ask you, what conflict are you in right now? Are you sitting at God's table, or are you serving up some heaping spoonfuls of drama and plotting some revenge and refusing to forgive? I just want to ask you, what table are you sitting at? I'm going to encourage you, if you're in the midst of strife and you're in the middle of enemies, I want you to understand that there is favor and there is peace even in the midst of your enemies. Right. Only if you give it to God. His table is where peace and provision abound. Give it to the Lord.